Alrighty guys, so the long-awaited STO is now here. Today we are going to do a full PPF on the car. It's actually going to be a stealth PPF, given the fact that the car does have a matte finish. It's got to be stealth. So without further ado, we are going to turn this thing on and put it into Trofeo, and there you have it, boys. We have a little light there, but that's no big deal. It's just when it was in transport, I guess one of the tires went kind of low, but it's really no big deal. The infotainment system is something that I'm gonna have to get used to. This thing is pretty loud, and I've got to get gas. Would you look at that? These cars, they're very finicky. When they're off for a week at a time, they just start throwing random codes. But the car is great. Huracans are very reliable. This is now my second. Had a Performante before and now have the STO. So let's just do a little sound clip so you guys can hear. So this thing is loud. This thing is very, very loud. Very, very exciting car. The one thing that I will have to do is go on a diet, because these seats are fixed. There's no type of give on them. You're just in a fixed position, and I gotta lose like 20 pounds. So wish me luck, guys. This is gonna be our first fuel up on the STO, and I'm excited. So we'll see. Let's try to make this quick because it is scorching hot right now. This thing looks insane. Absolutely insane. This color just in the sun. Oh my god. I can't wait to PPF this thing so I can drive it how I want. But look at the exhaust on the rear. This car is sick. It's got the full exterior carbon package, and I feel like that's the way that you have to go with these cars. But let's see, guys. What are the guesses? 80 bucks? First fuel up? What do we think? Okay. Have 93. Alright guys, let's wait and see. It took 70. Question is, how much did it fuel up the car? It had about 24 miles left, so let's just take a look and we'll see. Fuel's at 100. So realistically, it'll probably take the full 80, but it's just got to be on EE, which obviously you don't want to get to bare minimum. Attaboy. I'll see if I could get on his right. I love the car, bro. That thing is nice as fuck. That thing is really, really sweet. Woo. It's got the STO, and of course an SVJ appears out of nowhere. That's just life for you. He's gonna do a quick flyby. Watch. This thing is gonna look crazy. There we go. Get ready for it. Guys, we are here today with Johan.
What's up, guys?
So this is my new STO. I got it yesterday, and first place I had to bring it, right here. If you ever need something very, very quickly and a very good job, you gotta come to him. Because this is the man right here.
Guys, like he said, this is gonna be very, very hard to do. And it's not even a regular Lamborghini Huracan. It's a Lamborghini Huracan STO. It has a lot of cuts, a lot of carbon fiber. This is gonna be tough. Normally you spend a week doing the car like this.
And also, guys, I just want to emphasize on the importance of having such a reputable name, because you know these are very expensive cars and I trust him. You know, I'm putting all of my trust in him with this car, and I would do it time and time again because he has a good reputation. So like I said, guys, if you ever need anything, please feel free to reach out to him. He's a great guy, very, very humble. That's why I appreciate you, but his work is just over the top. So guys, we hope to bring you some good content, and let's try to get this done.
It's a special SS90 because it has carbon fiber all over the place. To get to the exhaust, basically half a car has to come out. The exhaust that we're gonna put in the downpipe, and all the things that the car has to come out is crazy. It's not an easy job, it's crazy, but we're getting it done. This is the third SF90 that we do here at the shop. Very, very small.
Small.
Compared, yeah.
Take a look at the catalytic converters. These are cats, right?
Yep.
So that right there, that's, man, that's terrible for a turbo car.
It is. Big difference. Yeah. And beautiful.
And it's actually very pretty, yeah. Right. All of this just to get an exhaust on.
Yeah.
And
you have to be really careful on plugging this associated 600 watts. That would literally kill you.
So that right there is the battery that actually helps out the motor. Yeah. That's crazy. That is insane.
Yeah.
And just to put in exhaust, so imagine you want to actually do some motor work.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
But anyways, guys, listen, the whole point of this is don't take your car just anywhere. You really have to know where you're taking your most prized possession to, and listen, these things, they seem not complicated, but with all of this in front of us, this is a lot. So don't just take your car anywhere, because then you're gonna have to pay double the price. You're gonna keep having issues or whatever the case is.
You disconnect the wrong thing there, you're screwed. You have to take the car out of here and take the Ferrari, and probably spend like more than $100,000.
Probably, yeah.
If they mess it up.
Because they know that you've been touching the car.
Yeah.
They're not gonna, if you have warranty, they're gonna void your warranty immediately. So guys, I'm gonna leave you in good hands. Jeff is gonna take over from here. I've got to run for a little bit. I'm gonna be back, but Jeff is gonna be on top of everything. So the start of the PPF, you know, they're also gonna have to wash the car. That's also gonna take up some more time. Because right now they're cutting the PPF, so that takes some time. And yeah, I gotta run. I'll be back in like an hour, but Jeff is gonna take over from here. Whatever we need to film or whatever the case is, he's gonna take care of that. And we will be back. Yeah, it's very unique. Because this is literally his car. It just has to do it. Guys, so today we're at Redline, and thankfully the STO is almost done. Given the fact that this car is probably one of the most difficult cars to PPF in the world, just couldn't do it, but still they're doing a great job. If you guys come closer, and you tell right here, you can't really tell that the car is PPF'd unless you really look. So the lines are very well hidden, and there's a few things that we're missing here, but they are making a lot of progress. Let me show you guys, they're working on the front right now. In the center, he's got to do perfect cuts, because if he screws that up, he's got to do the whole paper all over again. So no pressure, but yeah, that's my goal. 2000 wheel, that'd be nuts. What do you think? They have so much potential. Like these cars, not only are they very light for such a large motor, but when you're talking about the downforce on the rear, that's what you want when you're drag stripping a car. And I mean, this car is disgusting. Like, I've never seen such a perfect color on an STO, and maybe I'm a little bit biased because I have one now, but I don't know, it's just something about the way that the car sits from the rear. So imagine this shooting flames running a 7-second quarter mile. Insane. And I'm walking around with this little spark plug that came from that 720S. So in order to do spark plugs, just to take this out, I want you guys to look at that car and how much work goes into it, which is why I advise everyone not to get a 720 or any McLaren. Come look. Just this simple little spark plug. So if you're having any misfires, it's hours of labor.
No me preocupen que eso es la tensión que tiene él. Pues si dice no, no está pegando, no, es la tensión que tiene el capó.
Ahora sí, yo entiendo que estabas diciendo cuando el primer día dijiste, no, yo necesito estar bien con la mente.
Sí, el puro capó realmente esto uno empieza a hacer literal en solo un día.
Ajá.
Porque el estrés que te lleva, que no se te marque, que te dé la curva y el papel que se necesita no hay. O sea, el de 72, muy pocos talleres lo tienen. Entonces, meterle más tensión de lo que normalmente resiste, ¿no?
To be very meticulous when it comes to this, and you have to know what you're doing and be very confident, because he's working very efficiently, but without that skill, I mean, you just wouldn't know where to apply certain pressures, because he's working around that right there, which you guys are going to see how he cuts that. The louvers is going to be tough, but he's got it. Now he's gonna cut it, guys. This is gonna be crazy. So I'm sure you guys could tell from the beginning of the video to now, there is a significant change in the car and how the PPF is actually settling. So we're gonna allow it to sit for a little bit so that the paper could actually sit on the paint and kind of become one. Because if they start messing around with it a little bit too much, then the paper will just distort and get all out of whack, and then they have to do this all over again. ¿Cuál es el próximo paso?
Dejar que se seque un poco el papel para poder hacer los cortes.
Ajá.
Para liberar esta tensión.
No esa parte de acá.
No, ahí realmente no me preocupa, lo que me preocupa es
el
corte.
centro.
Claro, porque la punta es fácil, o sea, se levanta cualquier cosa y
sí,
que ahí las puntas se cierran.
Entonces, ¿qué nos falta en el carro ahorita? ¿El roof?
Roof, one door.
¿Esa puerta?
Yeah. Y carbon.
Y el carbon, okay. So excited, I mean, I'm sure you guys see it in my face.
Thank you.
We'll be back. takes a lot of patience. I'm just sitting here recording. It takes a lot of patience. So we're going to allow him to finish working. As you can see, this takes a lot and we don't want to distract him. I think we've created enough of a burden here, but we just wanted to show you guys some of what it takes to get something like this done. And I think that the center was the most difficult because the way that he was explaining it, the paper itself, or the wrap, the PPF, there's so much pressure that's built up on these edges because this is what's holding the entire film, that these little I guess components here don't have as much pull on them. The paper doesn't pull as hard, so you have to keep pressing until it actually applies the pressure. But we're gonna let him keep working, and yeah. He's doing the louvers now. He's got the carbon pieces to go, and the roof and one door, and that's it, car's back. So we'll be back, guys.